Just a slightly delayed start to the fourth day of this third and final test match, but the sun is shining brightly here over Windsor Park in Rosa Dominica. Batsmen are out, the umpires are out, the fielders are out, and we're just about ready to start the day. Lead for India, 104, still 4 wickets standing, and the West Indies still without Ravi Rampal's availability, although he should be on the field. He has recovered, but having missed the entire play yesterday, just about, he won't be able to bowl. But it's good to see him out there, so the West Indies will know that they have him available in the second innings, and hopefully they'll have in that second innings an opportunity at least to put in India under some pressure. It'll be all up to the batsmen, of course. Batsmen are overdue to succeed. They've had a difficult time throughout this series and the one before it against Pakistan. Darren Sammy is out there as well. Said last night that he felt a lot of pain, but he wasn't quite sure where it was coming from. He and Philet Edwards were really stretched yesterday, but a very dogged performance by the West Indies yesterday. Determination out there, difficult, really difficult circumstances for them, and yet they stuck to their guns all the way through, in spite of the fact that so many were tired, so many were carrying little niggles. They were one short of a bowler, and yet they kept on taking wickets, and damage limitation was achieved. Now, I don't think there's any doubt as to what the approach by India will be here. They'll want to push on as quickly as they can. Dhoni is 65, Harbhajan is 12, 4 wickets in hand, and here's the first ball of the day from Philet Edwards to Harbhajan. Just a little deflection from the pad down the leg side. And West Indies with a defensive fielder, you expect 2 slips and a short leg, and then the fielders spread out. Just a little sprinkle at the moment, but the sun is shining brightly, and if there is rain, you would expect that it would just be passing showers. West Indies could have done with them yesterday. Full day's play yesterday, no interruptions. In the air, back goes Bohr and takes the catch, and Edwards has the wicket early on. Harbhajan, well, yet again bounced out. So 7 down, 3rd wicket for Edwards. Well judged catch by Bohr, running around and taking it. And early wicket for your fellow Wolmer's College graduate, Jeffrey Dujon.
Well, we've seen this on a number of occasions now. Harbhajan showing his vulnerability to the short pitch delivery. Edwards has got him a couple of times and gets him very early this morning. Gone for 12. It's 3:08 for 7.
Praveen Kumar on his way to the wicket for the second time. Hey, 2 right-handed gloves. Could you please send a left-handed glove for me? Thank you. I suppose it happens every now and again. It's happened to most of us who have played the game. Jeff, you remember going up with 2 of the same gloves, whether keeping or batting?
No, Tony, but clearly it's happened to you. I was usually a little bit more focused.
Wouldn't have made any difference as far as I was concerned. I've seen in a first-class match batsman come up with a bat. So Praveen Kumar right in behind that first one to him. In fact, it was Mark Harper. Dhoni it is as a batsman. The batsman crossed. Mark Harper playing for Guyana against Barbados. Here's that catch in the air for a long time. Very well judged by Bohr.
Well, he'd done a lot of hard work yesterday, and just a little reward.
Very well bowled and very well played. That is raced across the outfield. It's timed to perfection.
Yes, and this is what he should be saying, Praveen Kumar, to his captain. Don't worry about me, I can hit the boundaries. Very good Yorker, I have to say that. And it was that quick bat speed that Praveen Kumar employs that has taken the ball away for a boundary as well. Once again, the strong bottom man. Look at that. He's just timed it. Well, that's not going to make Fidel Edwards happy.
Chanderpaul moved late, almost as though he was looking to his left. It went to his right and it went for 4. 3-2-7 for 7. There's no one deep out on the offside, and it's cleverly hit because he could have chosen to have a big hoik across the spin of it, but he's hit with the spin. It was short and he's hit it for 6.
Yes, he's a powerful man. It was short. He didn't try to play the pull shot. He just played a lofted back foot off drive. It's gone all the way. Good acceleration.
Short in the air and caught. He might be tired as far as his bowling, but he's very sharp in the field at any time of the day, and that was right down his throat.
Well, he was set there for just that reason. Played a very good hook shot yesterday, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, but couldn't keep this one down. Just a slight adjustment by Bishu, and it's right into the hands. So the Indian captain goes for well played 74. It's 339 for 8.
The two men now in the middle for India may be gearing up very soon to have a go at the West Indies top order. But for the moment, Ishant Sharma will be looking to add a few runs alongside Praveen Kumar.
The clean face of his willow, indicative of his average. Doesn't hang around a lot. But 4 wickets now for Fidel Edwards. He's picked up his 17th for the series, and here's a chance for another.
Exposed the leg stump. It got bat on ball.
And this was Dhoni's dismissal. Couldn't quite get the roll the wrist over in time, and safe hands of Devendra Bishu do the rest.
This will be taken very easily, and he's gotten the reward for all of that perseverance. Simple catch to Marlon Samuels at backward point.
Well, he gave this one a little bit of air, and Praveen was looking to hit that somewhere over cover. Just managed to get the top edge, and simple catch for Marlon Samuels. So 9 wickets are down. Kumar goes for 23. It's 343 for 9.
One before the roller, also known as number 11, is Munaf Patel. How long he will defy that roller, just have to wait and see, because he'll be on strike right away. Looking to get him with the quicker one. Flat, fast and straight. Hoping for a third wicket, Bishu.
Just gave that one just a little bit more air.
Got that one away very well. Whether he picked the googly or not, swept it very effectively. The lead now 143. Every additional run will make the task that much more difficult.
And that's the one. Pops it up. Bharat takes the catch and 5 wickets for Fidel Edwards. 5 and number 10. He'll get a chance to keep that ball, I would expect. And he's brought the Indian innings to an end.
I'm sure he'll want to get his own back later on, but this was perfectly lined. Short of a length into the body. Didn't have the technique to do anything more than pop up a simple catch to Bharat. Couldn't get any easier for the man at forward short leg. And that's now 10 5-wicket innings falls for Fidel Edwards. 18 wickets in the series. He'll be hoping for a second opportunity in this match. He's come back well after a prolonged period out with injury. The West Indies fans who are here will have been happy, as will the coach Otis Gibson, fellow Barbadian, to see the rehabilitation of Fidel Edwards as the spearhead of the West Indies bowling attack. India may not have achieved all that they wanted this morning, but they've built a very healthy lead with half centuries from Mukund, Lakshman, Raina, Dhoni, a few other useful contributions. They're at the top, Fidel Edwards 5 for 103, Sami and Bishu 2 apiece, Chanderpaul with that freakish dismissal that we've highlighted so often, and Lakshman yesterday. No Ravi Rampal was off the field for a very long time because of injury, and the West Indies really didn't fare too badly with the limitation in their bowling resources. So that's the situation now with the first innings of both teams completed. India with a very strong and a very healthy lead, and will certainly be coming in, charging in out of the West Indies top order when they start their second innings.
Kieran Powell, left-hander on debut, out cheaply in the first innings. Big job for these two youngsters to do now. One aged 21, Bharat, Powell aged 21 as well. So two 21-year-olds out there to open the batting. Very limited experience between them. Just 7 test matches for Bharat. Powell on debut against a very strong Indian opening attack.
3.
First run of the innings comes from a misfield. Flourishing off drives. So gets Bharat off the mark. Brings the left-handed Powell into strike now.
Well, he's given away a run, Murli Vijay. He's been off colour. He's a very good catcher. Very good catcher, but the outfield, he's been a little bit off colour in this entire series. He's let a few deliveries go between his legs or for boundaries. There was an awkward bounce, all right, but just seems to me that he's been a little off colour. But he's a superb catcher.
Nice shot by Powell to get him going. Come back for a second. Yeah, Murli Vijay We know he's struggling with the bat as well. 3 without loss. Spanked away off the back foot. That's a good shot. Stands up straight, hammers it through the offside. The outfield is a little bit slow, so they'll come back for 3. The ball not quite carrying. A good shot by Brad.
Yes, a very good shot that. Confidence building shot. A little bit outside the off stump, all right, but it was still within range. Good stop that by Munaf Patel, just inside the boundary.
1.
Ooh, could so easily have come back onto the stumps. Rather an uncontrolled looking pull shot from Powell.
Well, there's no protection for Ishant Sharma, so the shot was on, but not in the manner that he tried to play it, without really moving his back foot. Look at that. He's one of those forward press players. So press with the front foot forward, and that can sometimes get you into trouble.
Caught at third slip. Raina takes the catch. So Powell's debut has ended with another low score. And unfortunate for the young batsman, caught off the outside edge for the second time in the match. Ishant Sharma pushed him back with the short ball and then finds the edge and a straightforward catch to slip.
This is terrific bowling. This is terrific bowling. The previous delivery short struck him in the chest, and then Ishant Sharma very cleverly pitched the ball further up. And a tentative push from Kieron Powell ends up in Suresh Raina's hands. He's out for 4, and West Indies have lost their first wicket for 8.
So West Indies with an early loss, and here's another debutant coming in now. It's Kirk Edwards, also out cheaply in the first innings. Ishant Sharma with an early wicket. In the commentary box now, Fazil Mohammed and Jeffrey Dujon.
Let's just have a look at Powell's dismissal. Look at his feet. He's really gone nowhere, has he? Caught on the crease. No foot movement at all. Just played at it. There we go. Look at his feet. Just together on the crease.
Wasn't all that different from his first innings dismissal, and again the technique of a lot of these emerging players coming into the West Indies team.
Questionable to say the least. Only thing that went to the line of the ball was the bat. Bit of a stride would have brought him closer to the line.
Wicket and a maiden over. It's 8 for 1. No fine leg in place, so the captain himself will have to chase. He's put an umbrella field on the offside. There's the slip cordon. He's got a couple short, forward of square. They're all going to go back in position now. Just didn't get the right line there, Praveen Kumar.
he's getting Bharat to come far across his wicket to cover those deliveries, and maybe just trying to get one to come back into him. He's got those two men on the drive. And that just goes straight into the hands of Gully.
It's almost too easy for the Indian seamers. Pushing hard at the ball. Simple catch.
Well, he had all the time in the world to see this. It was short. And just opened the face, followed it again with his hands. And straight into the hands of the man at fourth slip. So the second West Indian wicket goes down in short order. It's 10 for 2.
Darren Bravo, I've grown accustomed even in his short career to coming to the crease very early. Got an even 50 in the first innings, and the way things are shaping up, I suspect that he'll have to get much more than that. The West Indies are to frustrate India.
Well, rule of thumb, when the ball is swinging, you let it come to you. You don't go looking for it. And that's exactly what Adrian Bharat did. Just threw his hands at it, the face of the bat opened, and catching practice.
That summary works out into a commanding position for India. Even with what would be considered a relatively modest first innings total of 347. But they are coming up against a West Indies team who found it very difficult to post anything close to 300 this season. That wasn't well lined, and it's going to be runs here. Slip fielders having to give chase.
Trying to keep it very close to him and then maybe go across him, and this one just started a little bit too leg side-ish. It's a little wider on this one. Normally ducks in by the umpire like that. That's in the air. He'll get away with it. Well, look at that front foot. Doesn't go anywhere, does it? As a result, there it is. Not really gone anywhere. Couldn't get on top of that, so it went in the air for a bit. Pick up another one here. I think about 2. That looks like it would have been very dangerous. Caught on the crease again, Kirk Edwards. Managed to squeeze that one away. Miscommunication. Would certainly have led to somebody's demise.
Quite understandably, there's a tremendous amount of anxiety out there. Bravo might have a tremendous amount of promise. He's got a few half centuries. And he's gone away with this. It's almost a release of that pressure, all of that frustration.
There's always something very pleasing when you see a left-hander play this shot. Wasn't a half volley by any means. Just hit through the line of it on the up. Can't say it was a particularly safe shot, but it came out of the middle of the bat, that's for sure.
Gets the edge, and the simplest... No, it's not the edge. That was definitely a sound. It had a woody sort of sound. Fooled me, definitely.
Well, the reaction from the Indian fielders didn't give the impression that it did hit the edge. Just touched him on his thigh pad or on his thigh as on the way going through.
Well, I don't know if he's got an artificial hip or if that thigh pad is made of plyboard, but maybe if you could pick up that sound again. Not that I'm trying to save my embarrassment. I am actually. But it certainly had a very distinctively woody sound to it. Listen to it here. Into the hook shot, miscued, but will drop short.
Really hasn't looked convincing playing this shot as Kirk Edwards, and doesn't really get hold of that one. Got out in the first innings playing it. Not really getting in good position.
Got that away. Just a bit of width outside the off stump. And we got the blood flowing after lunch.
Got on top of this one as well. Really looks good when he's playing square of the wicket and through the offside. This Darren Bravo.
Rare wasted delivery. Speed was just about 70 miles an hour. There's a very weary look about him. He's only in his 5th over. Into the hook shot, top edge for 4. $40 for 2. In the air, under it at a deepish mid-off and taken. Poor shot by Darren Bravo. Under pressure and succumbing to it.
Well, it's just a matter of concentration. Hadn't been scoring and decided to go over the top. Didn't get hold of it at all. but Praveen Kumar certainly did. And wasted opportunity for Darren Bravo. And the West Indies have sunk again, 40-3.
He hangs his head when he walks in. He's seen it all before. It's 133 test matches now for Shivnarine Chanderpaul as he comes in to find the West Indies yet again in a crisis. What can you do about it?
Well, go figure. The West Indies 103 runs behind, and Darren Bravo tries to go over long off, succeeds only in getting to deep mid off, and the third wicket goes down. Didn't turn very much, just went straight at that pad. No bat involved.
Tried to play that with soft hands, and maybe that's why the edge didn't really carry. Found the gap anyway. Not the most convincing anyhow.
Just getting a little bit of movement away.
Umpire Asad Ralph is unmoved, as he has been on correction. Kettleborough have switched ends, as both umpires have been unmoved to very confident Indian appeals during this test match. So what it looks like on Hawkeye. Over the top. Now very close indeed on the back foot, and again Kettleborough says not out. 2 in a row. Chanderpaul troubled here.
Big inside edge. Good umpiring. Like all teams do in international cricket these days, they work very hard on the ball. Keep one side nice and shiny. In this case, to get reverse swing, and it seems as though that is already happening for some time now. Since he's come back in this spell, Sharma has run up with the ball in his left hand, trying to conceal it.
There's that pull shot. Well played this time by Edwards. He's got on top of it. Gets it down deep on the run for a third. Chanderpaul was disinclined to go for it, but all was on.
Yeah, very well played. Did manage to get on top of it, and therefore you can control it. So he's not going to put it away, he's going to continue playing it. See how it pans out.
Pulling pretty well is Edwards, and will get a boundary for it. Again, ball not rising much more than waist height and short. Almost a warm-up delivery from Munaf Patel, and really well put away by Edwards. Right on top of it, pulling it down. Edwards pulls away. I'm not sure what the matter is. No one in front of the sight board. Just seems something may have gone into his eye, or music from the party stand not complete before the bowler was running in. Whatever it is, pull back and offered a word of apology to the keeper.
Stands on off stump, Kirk Edwards.
There's that pull shot again. He's really getting it up right now, right on top of it, rolling his wrist. Was one early on, which lifted more than expected. The top edge was found, went over the keeper for 4, but since then he's played it well.
It's always a good idea to try and give the bowler something to think about. Use your feet if you can. And this one, quite a bit of bounce with the turn.
Edged wide of Lakshman.
He's lucky to get so much bat on that. It's 63 for 3. Field just adjusted. Could say 2 short mid wickets for that pull shot. Last ball of the previous over. And Chandrafal prodding it, bounced. And seemed to just get the fingers of Lakshman. Bounced quite a bit. Harbhajan getting him to play forward to a length he might have wanted to go back. And the bounce doing him. Sort of had to wait on that with the forward defensive stroke, and it bounced and turned.
Edged but dropped short. Pace coming out of this pitch.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen pitched up deliveries just not carrying. This one a genuine edge. Just didn't have the legs to get to Dhoni. With a similar delivery with Munaf. But Munaf got one to shave the outside edge. This one bounced and carried. The second morning of the game. We're now into the 4th afternoon. Ball is a bit softer and the pitch is a bit drier. That last over of Harbhajan to Chandra Paul. Very interesting. The green one was the one that he edged, and you can see that that one bounced a bit higher than all the others, even though they pitched in the same general area. Go, you can see where they all land and how much they bounce, and we call it a firework for obvious reasons.
No ball. The boys in graphics doing a lot to make it more alive. Just need to go 3D now. That Hawkeye description of things. Bringing those diagrams alive. It's a bit of a hold up here. Getting into the eye of Kirk Edwards. And now he's ready. Yeah. 67 for 3. Well, he wasn't in the best mood anyway before that. I don't think that helped him.
Looks much better when he takes that big stride, Kirk Edwards. Gets out there and smothers a spin, covers the ball. Gets away with that one. Looks like it was off the glove. Pick up a couple. And this could easily have lobbed off the glove. It's a more forearm than anything else. Runs were signaled. Nice use of the feet. He's growing in confidence now. He's looking a different player from the one we saw in the first innings and early on. Selecting a lot better. Some long hours in the middle can only do him good.
No one out there on the onside. Harbhajan almost took off after it. To one of the junior men in the side. He's having his challenges, Chandra Paul, and coping with Harbhajan over the last couple of overs. His close-in fielders hemmed in around him. There he goes again. This time Harbhajan says he'll do it himself. $74 for 3. Nav not in the best of moods, and his demeanour not helped by that delivery. I want to get it a bit straighter to the right-hander.
Well, it's thirsty work now. The pitch has flattened out considerably. It's not really getting any bounce. Be all about control now, about his line and his length. It's nicely stroked. And brilliant fielding there from Ishant Sharma. Literally ran his pants off. It's good commitment from the Indian fielders. They know they have the West Indies in a spot of bother, and they're certainly not letting any of the pressure ease. He's back there all by himself, committing his bowlers to bowl straight. He's got a very close-in attacking field in front of the wicket, inviting the drive. And his bowlers are responding well. 76 for 3. We are. West Indies still 67 behind. Kirk Edwards finding his way slowly in Test cricket. Maybe we'll see him bowling in a minute or two. Pulled away. Got on top of this one. Probably the best one so far, and he's going to get the maximum for it. 4 runs to Kirk Edwards. Nice looking pull shot. 80 for 3.
There's a pull shot over the top of shortish mid-wicket. Quite off the middle of the bat. Not hit down as he was hitting them before.
Yeah, because it got big on him, cross seam, and it was outside the off stump. Almost got himself into a lot of trouble, Edwards. I'm still not convinced about this hook shot. Reasonable, a little cluster to right-handers.
There he goes with the pull shot again and gets 4 for his 50. So on debut, Kirk Edwards gets a 50 with the pull shot. He's not going to cut it out. Acclaim from the crowd and all around the ground. And in difficult circumstances, Kirk Edwards has racked up his first 50 in Test cricket on debut.
Yeah, well played, young man. Keeps going for that pull and hook. His choice, especially when there's a plan again, it's held cross seam. Given that he was given out of the helmet in the first innings from a short ball, shown a strength of character and able to come back and get a score. If he has to learn anything from Darren Bravo and from the early career of Shivnarine Chanderpaul, is try and kick on from 50 early. Took Chanderpaul 14 goes of getting past the half century before he got to his first 3-figure mark.
Even Suresh Raina, who's bowling here, 3 half centuries in the series, didn't kick on to get 100. Knocked away by Chandapol. He's timed it really well. And it's going to be touch and go whether it gets to the boundary. Pull back inside the boundary. Nearly VJ out there. Saves a run. Good save. Almost becoming commonplace these days in international cricket. The first team you saw do that, Bish, sliding and saving.
No, I don't actually.
Australia, South Africa. Become so commonplace now. You just put those things in the background. I remember the West Indies. Adrian Griffith, I think, played for West Indies, something like 14 tests, and I think he was the first one I remember doing it for the West Indies in the late 1999 it was. Now everybody's doing it. Well, almost everybody. Well, through the keeper, slowing that part towards the boundary, and they're getting there. So it's buys, 4 of them, pushing the West Indies on to 97, from 97 I should say, up to 101. Ends the over from Raina, 101 for 3.
Nothing really from the top 2. A bit of encouragement from Bravo and Edwards before Bravo lost patience. The Chandapol and Edwards have kept it together for a while. And bounce that over the infield. He's emerged well from that difficult early period.
Certainly has. He's more confident now. 56 to his name. He's got to realize that this is a golden opportunity to press on and get a big one. Virat Kohli, the fielder. A lot of time left in this game. A lot will depend on how long these two can stay at the wicket. There's more than enough time to get 100 and a lot more. Done the hard part. Started off a bit shakily, but adapted very well. Apart from that pull shot, which I'm still a bit skeptical about. Now it's just time to use this flat wicket and take what he wants. And take a long time to do it. 106 for 3.
Not have been electrifying cricket in this session, but they're enjoying it. Young and not so young, and even younger. question as to who they're supporting. Edged and put down. Rahul Dravid has taken some good catches in that slip position. He should have held that one.
He'll be kicking himself here. He got to this one, got a hand to it. What did it do? It turned, bounced a bit more than the others. He saw it and seemed to just hit him on the high on his palm, on the heel of his hand. Couldn't hold on. Turned and bounced. Chanderpaul opened the face of the bat. I think the bounce surprised him. Certainly opened the face of the bat, and there can only be one result when you do that. A let off for him. So every now and then, Harbhajan getting one to just bounce that little bit extra. Batsmen are expecting the turn, but the bounce can be a surprise. As you can expect, we're on the fourth day, the pitch is wearing. There's a little puff of dust as that one pitches.
He's got it through. Reach right up for it, and a nice drive into the offside. The ball just throwing up in front of the boundary, and just flick back inside the boundary. Kohli it is who's out there sliding. They've run for three. The umpire, as always in these circumstances, will check with the television replay.
It's a smart bowling. He kept it very straight and very tight and just gave him a wide one. Let's see how this works out. And, looks clean from that angle. Just watch that right foot and the right hand. And looks like he just about have pulled that one back. Smart piece of bowling there from Praveen. Just getting Edwards to reach for that one.
Edwards was up to it. Nice extra cover drive to get his first run since tee. The first runs, in fact, overall since tee. Now Chanderpaul with all these mannerisms before he takes guard. .119 for 3. Yeah, we mentioned that last match in that series between England and Sri Lanka, and a really good match to finish off. England winning it and winning the series 3-2. So a close series. England winning their two matches earlier very convincingly, and Sri Lanka did as well. Nice use of the feet by Edwards. He's used his feet well occasionally against Harbhajan. Gets one.
He's taking the opportunity whenever it's been given a bit of air to get down there, either to defend or to drive it away. been quite happy to play the secondary role in this partnership, Shivnarine Chanderpaul. Doesn't look to be in a hurry. He's given a couple of chances, but in defense. It's good fielding again. No free runs out there. Suresh Raina.
Padding away, always dangerous. But he's been along long enough, Shivnarine Chanderpaul, to know how dangerous. 120 for 3.
Looked to have struck him outside off stump and was high. Clearly going over.
He's got that one through as well, and there's nice timing on it. It won't go all the way. We'll have 2. Edwards thinking of a third, not there.
Not much foot movement again. He's well set. He's starting to see the ball. And the pitch is pretty flat. He can get away with that here.
So Chanderpaul back in strike now. Long spell for Praveen Kumar. His 12th over. Just 1 for 18. Just persistence, really. Just probing away, probing away. Not the neatest of looking cricketers. It's Praveen Kumar, shirt tail out. Sleeves just about 3/4 way down. Reckon that upper level trough has gone a long time ago, Jeffrey, the one we were talking about. No appeal from the keeper. Struck well outside the off stump to end the over. 123 for 3.
This one struck him outside off stump as well. Pick up a couple here. Nice placement, nice timing. And that'll end the over. 125 for 3.
Come for a second. Yes, they decide to come for the second and they get them comfortably. Down the ground he goes. And will go for 4, but not quite in the direction which he wanted. Looked as if he was aiming straight. Cleared mid-off.
Well, he's sent Harbhajan a message. This one didn't go exactly where he aimed it. But had the elevation to get over mid-off. It's gone on to 75 now. Looking to be positive, looking to be aggressive against Harbhajan, but he's got to be careful as well. Works that away nicely. Plays those shots well. It's got a very strong bottom hand.
You could just hear the crowd every time a shot is played, a boundary especially, and even a single, they're right in it. Very colourful, in keeping with the day, bright sunny day. Harbhajan switches, goes over the wicket to Chanderpaul.
Over right hand.
At the end of the over, 132 for 3. West Indies now behind by just 11. So just blocking off all of the options here for Edwards for the drive on the offside, the drives on the onside. Played nicely off the legs too, it's Edwards. Straight back down the ground. Now listen to the crowd. This one will go all the way. Beautifully timed.
This one was up in the slot. Beautifully timed by Shivnarine Chanderpaul. His first boundary.
Cut shot by Chanderpaul, raises the 100 partnership, and that's a spectacular dive, but it won't be highly rated because he doesn't make contact. Raises the 100 partnership between the two. Bad delivery from Harbhajan and set upon by Chanderpaul.
This was One of the few really bad deliveries from Harbhajan. Chanderpaul just waiting on it, puts it away. So just one the deficit now.
End of the over, 142 for 3. Ishant Sharma, leading wicket taker in the series. 22 wickets he's got. Always a threat. Edwards to face him.
Got a fine leg and a square leg deep, so we can expect that at some point they're going to find out if Edwards still wants to have a pull or a hook. And he needs to be aware of that. Might be a good idea to just put that shot away until he gets past 100.
Home. Harbhajan pinging the stumps. Asad Rauf asking for television confirmation.
Hit it very firmly and took off. It looked to be well in. His bat is down by the time the ball connects the stumps. Asad Rauf in good position, but just trying to confirm.
So makes the scores level now. West Indies 3 wickets down, so they are to the good from here on. Whatever they can make from here on, India will have to get to win in the second innings. Yeah, Edwards home there, examining the ball, but it didn't seem to stretch out to any great extent. Got the bat in time, and there was any question about that. But there was no real extension of the bat. Here it is. Hit pretty hard down to mid-on, and veers away as well, doesn't run a straight course.
Squeezing down on it.
Good thing for Edwards that he's played very late, because it's not a big stride that he gets in on that defensive shot. A pretty tiny stride, but he's playing the ball under his eyes, which is absolutely critical.
Good shot straight. This could go all the way, it will. That's his 7th boundary. Takes him into the 80s now.
This crowd has enjoyed every moment of this. They've cheered every run. They've been absolutely delighted by the batting that we've seen today, and they've participated greatly in the atmosphere. It's a lovely shot. The outfield is quickened up in the afternoon sunshine as well. Just allowing the ball to come on to him. Superb shot.
started the innings with the lack of foot movement, and given the way the openers went, didn't think he would last this long. But he's really showed a lot of determination.
The old ball on the left seam had come apart just at the top. You can notice the seam just opening up, and it become ragged and very, very soft. Wasn't doing a lot, even if there might have been a little bit of reverse. The replacement ball looks a lot firmer.
Weather has continued to improve after the first 2 days when we didn't have 60 overs in total. We actually work it out as far as time is concerned, and overs. We'd be actually somewhere into the third day of this test match, were it not for the intervention of the elements. Just a bit of hesitation, but the single was always there. He's now 16 short of 100 on a test debut. More runs here, this time for Chanderpaul. He's thinking of 3, going hard for that second. He really pushed Edwards through for that third run.
It is good aggressive running. Could easily have settled for 2. They run casually.
Getting adventurous. He needs to be mindful that even as he's growing in confidence, the West Indies are still in a tricky situation. They're only ahead by 13. Played at that one. Got a good bounce there, Vijay.
Enjoy.
157 for 3, time for another drinks break.
It's amazing with some of those deliveries, well, all of those that have gone down so far, that you expect to see the seam in a little more of a sideways position to extract, and it's very much pretty much a forward rotation, slight angle on it.
That was too short, and he's hoisted that one away forward a square. And it's gone all the way. They believe it's 6, but it's the umpire who's going to have to make the determination. Just awaiting confirmation. Latched onto it. full onto the rope. That should count as 6. It is 6. He's up into the 90s, 91. 165 for 3. Walking across the stumps. Sad Rao says not out.
It's a nice change up of length, slightly fuller, and it looks as though it's going to miss leg stump. Good decision from the umpire.
That's slapped away. And that's gone for 4. Hit very hard. Rank long hop. One that he couldn't quite get up to the bat as he had before, and gave Chanderpaul all the time in the world. That got hit very, very hard. Good attempt, but not quite. VJ it was.
There's a sweep. Come back for 2 to get another half century for Chanderpaul. Hasn't had one yet this season. So Shivnarine Chanderpaul with 50 ends the over from Mukund. Applause from the West Indies area. They haven't had much opportunity this year to hail a batsman with a half century to his name. Now they've got 2 of them together. Meaty pull shot for 4. He really gave that everything. Carries him on to 96. Short ball from Nishant Sharma. And on this really good pitch now, plenty of time for Edwards to put it away.
Well, it didn't have much pace. It didn't come up with much pace. Didn't bounce very much. And able to get right on top of it. And hit it in the safe area in front of him where he could see it. And kept it down nicely. So on to 96 now. He's got to maintain his composure. Realize that it'll come. You just need to be there.
Thick inside edge. Just the one.
Just reaching for that one. Didn't get that stride in. Stop that front foot short and just push the bat at it. That's something that in time you'll have to work on correcting. A lot of good things will flow from that.
Single at the end of the over. 178 for 3. Little nudge by Chanderpaul. They've hurried for 1. And that's all they'll be. Fielder very, very quickly in from long leg position. Brings Kurt Edwards on 98 now. Correction, 97. Debut test for him. Munaf Patel. I don't know what's the matter with him. He's only bowled 9 overs. Hasn't bowled since 2 o'clock. One of the main fast bowlers in the side. Didn't play the first 2 test matches because of an injury to his elbow. I just wonder if that's affecting him now. Now, Edwards. round the wicket to the right-hander. 98th run. Little nudge. Couple more now to join the history books for Kirk Edwards, tall right-hander. Ran around the wicket to him. Crowd in anticipation of this landmark debut test match here for Windsor Park in Rosa Dominica. Debut test match for Kirk Edwards as well. So the end of the over, you'll have to wait a bit longer, Edwards, for those three figures. 183 for 3. Brings Edwards back into the strike. 99. Field gets into position now. Crowd in anticipation.
Well, the field has closed in now for Kirk Edwards. Strong onside bias. No slips. 99.
Well, he can wait. In a long time, 171 balls he's faced. He's in now to his 5th hour of batting. Now you have to hurry. He might get run out here. And he gets a run in all sorts of confusion. Well. He can breathe a sigh of relief now. He takes his helmet off. Munaf Patel pats him on his back. He raises his hands to the heavens. He might have raised his hands in exasperation had the run-out been completed. But there is a historic moment for this ground, and this man, Kirk Edwards, joins an illustrious band of 12 previous batsmen who have scored 100 on their debuting test for the West Indies. One of them already out in this innings, Adrian Barat. He was the last one to do it with 104 against Australia at Brisbane. The first one to do it. Well, if he can emulate him, he'll become a truly great player. George Headley was the first one to do it against England in Barbados in 1930-31. 176 he made then, and since then only 12 others have managed it. Now he's 100 not out exactly. Just have a look at the chaotic way he got there.
Well, he took off immediately. Chanderpaul sent him back, and he would definitely not have made it had it been a better throw.
Nice cut shot. Fielder comes around. Won't get there. A boundary to Chanderpaul. Well, the biggest crowd of the match is coming today, and they've been richly entertained. Had a fair-sized one yesterday as well. ended the over in which Kirk Edwards became the 13th West Indian to score 100 on debut in a test. 189 for 3.
Was that a catch? Put down there by Dravid. So I wonder if it came off the glove or the back of the bat. Looking to swing it around.
We've seen some strange dismissals in this test match already. Came off the back of the bat. We saw Laxman getting stumped, leaving alone yesterday. And that would have been even stranger.
Nothing strange about that. Good use of the feet to Harbhajan. Ninth boundary takes him up to 108. Just away from Mukund. Listen, he's getting some luck here.
Eventful over. First ball went past the outside edge. He would have been very unfortunate to be caught by Dravid, not the sort of catch Dravid would have been expecting, and then that one flew past Mukund. Went quickly to Mukund's left, I think. Bounced.
Over right hand.
200 for 3.
You notice those things, Faz, when you batted?
I wasn't at the crease long enough.
You know, you would know this. We grew up playing cricket a lot in various grounds in Port of Spain. Myself in the Queen's Park Savannah, where there were no side screens. There were cars, buses, birds, people walking behind the bowler's arm, horses running at any point in time. And you grow up and you never bothered about what's behind the bowler's arm, and all of a sudden you get into big level cricket. And if a bird flies 20 feet above the stand behind, you pull away, a distraction. Amazing how it goes.
Yep, he's gone now. And that's what India wanted. Kirk Edwards has had his moment of glory, has had his innings of glory. But in the context of the match, this is a very important wicket for India coming from Harbhajan.
Nice pats on the back from all concerned for Kirk Edwards. A wonderful innings for a young man on Test debut. Historic moment for him comes to an end. Good catch. It was a thick edge, went straight into the glove. So Rahul Dravid at slip will breathe a little bit easier, having missed the opportunity off the back of the bat. And Harbhajan and the Indians congratulate their man. And that is very good sportsmanship. They recognize the significance of what Kirk Edwards has done on Test debut. He goes for 110, 201 for 4.
Marlon Samuels, the new batsman. Played right around it. Harbhajan was already celebrating.
First thing he'd had to do is pitch on. Had to pitch between the stumps. It certainly has done that. Okay, so just going over the stumps.
Look how quickly the picture changes for just the fall of one wicket. The end of a big partnership. really generous edge. Good take by the Indian captain. Another appeal, and this time he raises to the finger after lengthy deliberation. Add 2 wickets to your situation and then you know how difficult it can be, and that's exactly what has happened to the West Indies.
Finally, things are going Harbhajan's way. He had some bad luck earlier, a couple of missed opportunities. Now he's coming into his own. Now that has struck him on the pad. Was it going to hit the stumps? Well, he struck outside off stump just there, and it had to come back really, and it hasn't, according to Hawkeye. So as far as Hawkeye is concerned, Dylan Samuels is unfortunate. Gone for naught. 201 for 5.
Scorecard absolutely dominated by that partnership between Kirk Edwards and Chanderpaul. It's Chanderpaul who has the strike now.
There's that bounce again. Managed to get on top of this one, Chanderpaul, but a little bit of extra bounce, played it just under shoulder height. And the crowd gathers around the bat. Shadows have lengthened and taking up about a third of the strip now.
Well, typical of Ball. Ball's there to be hit. Let's hit it. It was down the leg side, he puts it away.
He's in good nick and he's going to play his shots, Carlton Bohr. I got a bit of a top edge on that, but there's no one there. Played Harbhajan very well in the first innings. Used his feet. Batting with a lot of confidence. This will be a very memorable test match for him. Not just his batting, but his wicket keeping has been, and throughout the series, to be honest, has been of a very high standard. He's finally coming into some kind of form, showing what he's capable of. Well, the man at the other end is looking for a score. Hasn't had a century in since I think last year, just a little over a year. Shivnarine Chanderpaul.
Pulled away for 4. Just all the experience coming in there. Man at deep back with square leg. Chanderpaul gets it well clear of him for a boundary. 214 for 5. The lead for the West Indies, 7-1. And the movement there as well. So this is going to be interesting, these last couple of overs. It's become in shadow now.
It's a slightly harder ball, so it's going to be bounce a little bit more. Come off with a little bit more pace. And that's another good delivery. Gets right in close to the stumps. Controls wicket and wicket and just gets it to shift away. Was out in this area in the first innings, Shivnarine Chanderpaul.
Stabbed away into the offside. Murad Patel only bowled 9 overs up until 2 o'clock, and then a very long period in which he was in the outfield, wasn't used. Maybe they're not too happy over his elbow injury, just ensuring that it isn't aggravated before they go on to England, because that kept them out of the first 2 test matches. Ball now will have to face Munaf. Tick-tock. Maybe an over after this, and I'm sure the batsmen are going to ensure that that is the case. Last ball of this over. Nicely played by Chanderpaul. Hardness of the ball will carry it deep into the outfield. They'll get 2. End of the over. 2:21 for 5, coming up to just about 3 minutes until 6 o'clock, which is the closing time, and it may just be the 1 over to go.
Manages to get some bat on that, but well out on the front foot, Carlton Ball.
Flicked away down to fine leg, just for a single, just wide of that leg slip fielder. Very low indeed by Chanderpaul, in control. A little excitement for the Indians. And he's hit it straight to extra cover. That'll be the close of play. Mukund takes the catch, and the last over of the day. And the West Indies down to 6 wickets for 223. Couldn't quite survive the day. So that's it for the day's play, and how disappointing is it not? No, it doesn't. 3 balls left in the over. I just thought perhaps that we'd had all the overs that were available. Not so. In fact, therefore, Asad Rauf is calling on the new batsman.
Well, the new ball has done its job. Carlton Ball coming forward. Plays at this with hard hands. Knew he'd reached for it. Had to release the bottom hand in order to get the bat on it. A really terrible shot. especially at this time of evening, and Praveen Kumar has picked up a wicket. It's 2:23 now for 6.
No night watchman. Captain is in. An ill-directed delivery from Praveen Kumar. He's disappointed. Dismissal of Carlton ball. Really a disappointing shot.
Well, he was nowhere near this. Reached for it and just poked it into Makan's hands at short cover. Last over of the day. You don't need to be going after the bowling. A delivery he didn't even have to play at. Reached so far out in front of him, he had to get that bottom hand off. But that's where it stands. It looked a lot better half an hour ago.
Yes, those 3 wickets fell for 22 runs in that half an hour. Single to Sami ends the day's play, so he and Chandapol come back tomorrow to try and push on the West Indies lead. It's only 81 and they've only got 4 wickets standing, and 2 batsmen have dominated the West Indies innings. Kirk Edwards on debut and Shivnarayan Chandapol out of this score of 224, putting on 161. Nothing much from anyone else. The rock for the West Indies for so long continues to perform that duty in the middle order, and will come back tomorrow. So much now depending on him. Darren Sammy, the captain, really hasn't done that much with the bat. Here's an opportunity for him to contribute, try and push this lead up to around 200, 220 perhaps, to be realistic. West Indies would like to get up to 300 and not allow India to bat at all on the last day, but that seems a pipe dream. 224 for 6. Harbhajan 3 wickets and a couple for Praveen Kumar, including 1 in the last over. So we have 1 day left in this series, and the West Indies 81 ahead, 4 wickets standing, so they still are in the game, but you would have to say at the end of the day's play, India in the better position. The West Indies look to be building the kind of lead which they needed to challenge India when Chandapol and Edwards were together, but the loss of 3 wickets for 22 runs near the close of play meant that India regained the initiative. We resume tomorrow with Chandapol 73, the captain Darren Sammy on 1, and we come back here tomorrow at 9:20 local time for a preview of the day's play, with the first ball scheduled for 9:30. In the meantime, we leave you with some lovely pictures, not only of Roseau but of the cricket itself.
And that alone make us strong. One goal in mind, win, lose or draw, we all play as one. If you're proud of your country, let me see you put up your hand. Barbados, we got it.
St. Vincent, we got it.
St. Kitts,
we got it. Trinbago, we got it. Jamaica,
Guyana,
St. Lucia, Antigua, Dominica, Grenada.
we are the West Indies. 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 We are the West Indies.
This has been a Fox Sports presentation.